Hey guys, this is Shan. So one of the things that I often hear as a big blocker for people is just the startup cost of starting an e-commerce store. They love the idea of passive income, but it's a big undertaking. And I agree. But there's actually a lot of hacks that you can do to bring down the cost of starting up your own e-commerce store. Every e-commerce store needs three things. They need great photography, they need a professional website, and they need marketing collateral such as a logo. Now, getting professionals to build these for you will often cost thousands and thousands of dollars, which is not great for having a low-risk launch. My philosophy with e-commerce is low risk. I want to teach people how to do things low risk by keeping things down and reducing the likelihood that when they buy inventory that they will not get a return on their investment. So first of all, let me just say that I was not paid by these companies at all. They don't even know I'm making this video. It's just tools that I genuinely use, and I felt like it would be helpful to share how I kept my startup costs really low. It is possible for these costs to rack up to thousands and thousands of dollars, but the way I launched, it only cost me less than $100. And I managed to get some really good quality materials that were, I was able to get really high sales in. So the number one most important thing to make sales is product listing pictures. They have to be amazing, but they don't have to be expensive. So my combo to get really, really cheap product photography done is your iPhone and GIMP, a really amazing software that's kind of like Adobe Photoshop, but totally free, and I think it's even easier to use. With this combo, you can literally get amazing shots done for free. And if you look at my website, 90% of the pictures you see on there were done by that combo. So here's a picture of some products I have that was done with a Canon 70D, which is my professional camera. And here's a picture of the same product, but with my iPhone 8. As you can see, they both look amazing, and actually I kind of think that the one with the iPhone looks way better, and that's the one that I ended up using on my product listings on my website, on Etsy, on Amazon. All you have to do is take your photos in front of a white backdrop, so you can just kind of use like a bed linen, totally works, or even just like a big piece of paper works. It doesn't have to be super white because I'll show you how to cut that out later. And a pro tip is to find a mural for your lifestyle pics. So for the ones where you need a model, look for a mural outside because the mural will help bounce the light off better, and it'll give you that look as if you set up like a thousands of dollars professional photography session when really you just did it on the streets. Once you have those photos, you can use GIMP to cut them out and put them on a white background. For most marketplaces, it has to be like a very white background, like a super white, clean background, and not even an off-white would work. And this is my favorite tool, is the free select, where you just trace around it, and it doesn't even have to be perfect, just kind of roughly trace around it, and then copy it and paste it onto a white background, and that's it. It usually takes me 5 minutes to do that per photo, and the results are great, and I got lots of sales from it. Other people may tell you to use companies like Fiverr to hire overseas graphic designers to get your photos to look amazing. And personally, I say don't do it. You don't need to do it for two reasons. One, it costs money when you could do it for free on your iPhone and on GIMP. And two, it takes time. Like, it takes maybe up to a week to send your photos over and go back and forth with the editor, and that is time that you don't need to spend. You can do it in 5 minutes using GIMP, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I used to not want to do it because I wanted to be perfect white, where I wanted to closely trace the back of each product, but that's not necessary. A rough trace around is good enough to get thousands and thousands of sales. Now, eventually you will want to get a professional camera like the Canon 70D, just because it does look better for like lifestyle pictures. It just has a more of a high quality. but you don't need to make that investment right away when you're just trying to get sales or you're just learning. Once you see the momentum and once you see sales coming in, then yeah, invest in a $1,000 camera. In the future, I'll do some tutorials just to show you exactly how I use GIMP to edit my photos and to make them look really amazing. The second thing that you will need is a professional looking website, because that not only gives you legitimacy, but it's also a great place to do activities like capture a customer's email. But it doesn't have to be expensive. I use a combo of Shopify and this really great software called Shogun. Now, Shopify has lots of free templates, but they're not the nicest. And honestly, they look like templates. And if a customer sees that you're on a templated site, it's not gonna look as professional. But that's where Shogun comes in. So Shogun is this really cool startup where it's an app on your Shopify, and it turns your Shopify into a drag and drop website editor. So you can create these really cool custom page templates without knowing any coding and just dragging and dropping the pictures and images in. In fact, it was actually kind of fun. It was really fun to like drag and drop and put a website page together. Here's an example of a page where it's just a template. It's just a Shopify template, not the greatest. And here's an example of a page I stitched together using Shogun. As you can see, it just has like nice borders, it has like nice paragraphs, it just looks more professional. I also use Shogun for my About Millennials in Motion page, and funnily enough, the About Millennials in Motion page gets like the second most views of all my pages, so it's an important one to try to look good. Overall, having a professional website that looks like what Shogun could create is going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and a professional web developer that knows coding. But with Shopify and Shogun, you can get away with about $30 for Shopify and $39 for Shogun. So for less than $100, you could have a beautiful website that you can finish in a few days of work, after work, and it can look just as good as a professional one. In the future, I'll do some tutorials just to show you exactly how I use Shogun and Shopify to create some of the pages and how quickly and easy it is. And I hope that will encourage you guys to make your own website. Lastly, but not least, it's important to have marketing collateral. Now, sometimes you underestimate how much marketing collateral you need. At first you think, oh, I just need a logo, that's it, right? But then you realize, wait, I need a banner for my Etsy page. I need a banner for my YouTube page. I need special pictures to show offers or giveaways to customers. And that racks up in costs. If we had to go to Fiverr every single time we wanted a custom image done, it would take a long time, usually a couple of days each. And it would just cost a lot of money, and it adds up. We don't have money to burn when you're starting up an e-commerce company. So to fix this, my combo would be using Canva mixed with a little bit of GIMP that I mentioned earlier, the Adobe Photoshop clone that I use. So Canva is a drag and drop editor where they already have all these templates for logos, for banners, for posters. You just pick your favorite template, and then you drag and drop the elements you want in, and you can even edit the words, edit the fonts, and it's just easy. You know, you don't need any Photoshop experience. Literally how I made my logo that I've been using for a year is I went on Canva, I picked one of the logos that looked similar, and I just changed the words to Millennials in Motion, and that was good enough. You do not need a super professional logo in the beginning. Sometimes I'll run like a special offer for customers, like volume discounts for my Etsy customers. And I created this poster right here just on Canva. I did it in 20 minutes. It was so easy, and I used this template and it was done. The great thing with tools like Canva is they actually offer trials, free trials. So if you are really low on startup costs, Canva doesn't even have to cost you anything. It could just be free for the first while you pump out your logo and a couple of the initial marketing collateral, test it out, and then if you don't like it, you can cancel it and it doesn't cost you anything. So there you go. You've got your pictures done. you've got a professional looking website, and you've got a bunch of marketing collateral that costs less than $100, and they're perfectly great for you to get, tens of thousands of dollars of sales on just on these free tools alone. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will be doing a lot more videos talking about how to start an e-commerce business and create passive income in a low cost, low risk way. In the future, I'll do some Canva tutorials just to show you exactly which templates I like to use and how I can easily and quickly create posters and make them look good. A question I have for you guys is, what are your blockers to starting an e-commerce company? What is it? Investment? Is it mentality? Is it not knowing what to do? Please let me know what your blockers are, and I will 100% reply. I reply to every comment and let you know what I did to bring costs down or remove those blockers. Is there any cost that you're scared of? Is there any cost that you don't know how much it'll cost? I'm totally happy to answer all those questions below. So please like and subscribe if you are interested in seeing that video.